Welcome back to another episode of the Todd Durkin Impact Show. Happy Thanksgiving week. I hope y'all are fired up for not only an amazing episode today, but what will be an awesome week. I thank you from the bottom of my heart for listening in today. And whether you're driving to some relative's house, you're getting ready to go pound a great workout or eat a Thanksgiving, whenever you're listening to this, I want to say thank you to all of our great listeners. We have an amazing tribe of listeners worldwide, and it brings great gratitude to my heart to know that you're listening in on this very special week here in the States. And I'm fired up. I'm going to make today a lighter episode. This is going to be a little more fun and a little more reflective. I'm going to keep it a little bit shorter and choppier so that you can continue to do what you do. And I have a question for you. I have a few questions for you, but I do want to know, for all of you listening in today, what is your favorite Thanksgiving Day food? What is the food that, like, man, I cannot wait till Thursday, and this is what I get to eat on Thanksgiving Day? I've got a couple different things. I'm not going to lie to you. This is a all told episode. Yams. I love the yams with the marshmallows. You got to have yams and marshmallows. The turnip greens. Yep, turnip greens. Muffy Durkin, thank you for sharing your turnip greens with me. And the apple pie with the hard sauce. The apple pie with the hard sauce. Again, shout out Muffy Durkin for that. But those are my three favorites here on Thanksgiving Day that's coming up. And today I want to talk about gratitude. I want to talk about greatness. And I want to talk football. Yeah, at the end, I'm going to talk a little bit of football. I have a couple things I want to talk about that are on my mind. And I hope you can buckle up, and we're going to have some fun. You're out there moving and getting the pre-burn the bird workout, so that on Friday you have the burn the bird workout. Whether it's the pre-burn or the post-burn, we got to do some burning this week, so let's get ready to burn it on up. I'm starting with gratitude, and I've got several different things today that I want to share gratitude-wise of what I'm most grateful for. And I'm going to share what I'm grateful for, but here's what I really want to know. What are you most grateful for? What is it? Who is it that you're most grateful for this week? And I want you to reflect on that. I want you to think deep on that, because here are just eight things. I'm the youngest of eight kids. So I've got 8 things I'm most grateful for. And the first one, and in no particular order at all, I'm already grateful for what is about to come in 2024. No joke. I'm really excited. I think it's because I'm in major planning mode now with my GSD Planner 2024. And the last few weeks, all of November, I've been working on getting that done. And especially last week and the beginning of this week, as this episode drops, is the God-Sized Dreams Planner 2024 is being finalized. And I'm really excited for you to do the work on that, because all of December and January, early January, is going to be about creating your opportunities that are about to come. And for me, and I'll share this a little bit later on here in December, I've got some really exciting things that I'm working on that I'm fired up for. So I'm grateful for opportunities. Number 2, my mom. I got my mom. My mother, if you follow my social media, and even here on the podcast, thank you very much. My mom just had hip surgery. Her birthday was October 29th, and just previous to that had a hip surgery. Muffy Durkin is on fire. She's walking around. She's all over the place. And I'm really excited, because as you listen, as this podcast drops, I'm actually in Florida. I'm in Florida as this drops, and spending the day with my mother. And that makes me happy. But mom's attitude at age 90, goodness gracious, is just amazing. And I'm so grateful for her that she's in my life. And I shared with you in the previous episode a few weeks ago on just the 8 things I'm most grateful for. My mom is certainly one today. Number 3 I'm grateful for is speaking is coming back. My speaking that we're doing live in person is coming back. And I was reflecting in preparation for today when it comes to speaking. I love speaking. It's one of the things that moves my soul, live events nationwide. I had 27 speaking events in 2023 thus far. Not virtual, I'm just talking the live ones. And that, there's nothing like a live event. Being in the room with people that you can high five and you can feel the energy and you can feel the presence of people. I'm really excited for 2024 and what is about to come with that. But I'm really grateful today just that we are getting back to even more deeper connection with people. And the fourth thing is coaching. Coaching. Now, earlier this year, I shared my reinvention series. If you have not listened to episodes 301 through 306, please do yourself a favor. If you're looking to go back and really binge on a select few podcast episodes, 301 through 306 were my deepest shares to date. And one of the things I shared in there is divine uniqueness. And your divine uniqueness is what makes you so special that you know when you step away in your heart of hearts, this is what you do that is very, very special. And you have to do this in order for you to be happy. And for me, it was coaching. And as a mindset coach and as a coach who trains people to this day, still working with several clients each and every day and week, I love coaching, and I have several different groups in which I coach. Number one, I coach at Fitness Quest 10. That's first and foremost. So I'm in the trenches live, still coaching people and training people, both athletes and non-athletes. And I've shared that, but I'm very grateful for coaching at Fitness Quest 10 and all of the trainers and people who show up at our sanctuary on a daily or weekly basis for coaching. Really makes my soul sing. My mastermind coaching. We've got a great group of fitness pros who I get the opportunity to coach. Matter of fact, recently in October, we had our mastermind retreat here in San Diego. And the mastermind is just an amazing group of fit pros. I've got massively huge plans in 2024 for our mastermind group. But upon reflection of 2023, this is one of the groups that I'm most grateful for because of the people. Some of the folks in that group have been with me 5 years, 10 years, 15 plus years. For now, we're going on year 17 coming up, which is crazy in the mastermind. But I truly believe not only was it a very, very good year, this year coming up is going to be even better. Coaching, right? So Fitness Quest 10 Mastermind, also Impact X. Now, Impact X, it's coaching. I shared earlier this year why I'm grateful is because I was expanding my own coaching offerings, and Impact X is primarily non-fit pros, but people who are seeking more success and significance. And although I'll be looking to grow that in 2024, for 2023, when I reflect upon those who I coach in the Impact X group, I'm talking with some of my closest comrades who I share everything with. And when I think about Impact X and I think about coaching, I think one thing when you think about coaching, it's accountability and it's going to the next level and having an inner circle of people who you can count on. And for me, Impact X is really that group of high performers. And lastly, coaching. I think of coaching, that is my divine uniqueness, what I love to do. And even here on the podcast, I get a chance to ask you some specific questions. And I hope that you do the question I ask. Recently, just this past September 10th, we launched for the first time ever my Todd Durkin Impact Life Coaching Certification. And guys, my goal was to have 20 to 30 coaches. We had 44 sign up. 44 Impact Life coaches about to embark upon a mission in March of 2024 to change lives. My mission is to impact 10 million lives. Part of it through this podcast. What I realized with the Impact Life Coaching program is when I talk about passionate, purpose-driven folks, these folks epitomize that. And Kelly Watson and Lizzie Merritt and myself have really been enjoying the process of coaching these coaches who will be doing more life coaching in 2024. But the in-depth process, it's all about coaching. So between my, mastermind group and Impact X and these life coaches, I'm very, very grateful for the people who are in those programs, but I'm really excited for what's about to come in 2024 and beyond as well. Number 5 of 8 is live events again. I gotta say, the live events, the retreats, not just like speaking, but live events retreats. I've had 2 in Montana and 3 in San Diego. I had 2 of my own retreats in Whitefish, Montana, which I'm doing more and more work in Whitefish. I'm involved in a project there called the Homestead, and we're building a world-class spa, fitness, and retreat center in Whitefish, Montana, and I couldn't be more proud of. This is almost a signature legacy statement, but I brought not only my mastermind group. In April we had a program there, but we also had a God-Sized Dreams retreat there. And let me tell you what, it was awesome. Both retreats were fantastic, and I'm going back there again in January with my Impact X group in Whitefish, Montana, and I am so fired up for that. I can't wait to get back to Montana, but it's a live event retreat, and 3 in San Diego right here at the HQ. On that, I'm very, very grateful for live retreats. I love retreats. I love keynotes. They're an hour long. Retreats are typically 2-3+ days of intensive, deep work. And if you're looking to do more of that, 2024, guess what? It's coming. So buckle up, be ready. I've got some deep events and retreats coming up in 2024. And to get a little more personal, number 6 is just my kids. I'm extremely grateful for the kiddos. I could have a whole darn podcast with them, and we've done it before on them, but McKenna, Brady, and Luke, 15, 18, and 20. 15, 18, and 20. McKenna is right now starting soccer. She's a lacrosse player. As mentioned, she, as this drops, just had a lacrosse tournament this past weekend in Florida. Hence, that's why I'm there right now as this drops with Muffy Durkin and McKenna for her tournament. But my big 5 this past year, my big 5, that's going to be asking you, like, what are the big 5 things you want to create this year? One of my big 5 was to actually spend more meaningful time with McKenna, because Brady and Luke are, quote, out of the house, right? Like, oh my goodness. But that was one of my big 5. It's just more time with my daughter, daddy and daughter time. And I love getting that time. And Brady, who's at High Point University, I'm really proud of him to go away. And he's thriving, and he's earned academic scholarships, and he's playing club lacrosse. And of course, Luke, our 20-year-old who is over at Davidson College, competing in football, and he is a great student, 3.8 student. Got to brag on him for just a second, because Davidson's not an easy school. He's kicking butt in school, and he's also in the ROTC. That is his scholarship. And I'm really, really proud of Luke, who is in the Army ROTC program. My friends, when we looked at this 3 years ago, because Davidson's a non-scholarship football program and he had scholarship opportunities, the fact that he liked Davidson College and the opportunity for him to go to school and go on to a scholarship as an Army ROTC fellow is really, really big. And I couldn't be more proud as a father that Luke is not only a student, not only is an athlete, but he is an ROTC student who is growing and will be commissioned in the U.S. Army as well. And let me tell you what, as a proud father, I couldn't be more proud of that young man who is doing really, really great things and is a great leader, is a captain of the football team. And between McKenna, Brady, and Luke, man, I am really, really excited. Speaking of which, Melanie. Yeah, I gotta brag, number 7 is Melanie. I'm gonna actually switch seats. If you're watching on YouTube, Melanie just caught. What's up, hon?
Yeah, good to see you.
Good to see you.
I just stopped by.
A first
Now
kiss on the podcast.
I'm on your podcast.
Yep. So, hey.
Putting me on the spot.
Yes. So, we've been talking about gratitude and what we're most grateful for. I shared I'm sharing all the things I'm most grateful for. As mentioned today, I'm like, Mel, can you please swing by the studio? I need to make sure that you can share at least one thing that you're grateful for. But what's on your heart? Gratitude. Take over the show.
I am grateful for so many things. I feel like I've been very present in gratitude.
You have.
These past few months. And so generic gratitude is obviously the family and health, and those things are so important. I was just at a funeral just a couple of days ago. My secretary passed away at 59, and super sudden and tragic, and that has just been the past month, and it's just made me so appreciate every day and health and the ability to work and my school and my colleagues and my students, and just being at Southwestern College. I've just been super appreciative this semester. It's coming to an end. I have a few more years, and I feel like I'm just really present with how...
A few more years?
Yes, just a couple more years.
Oh, are you talking retirement?
No.
Are we talking retirement?
Well, yeah, I'm gonna reinvent myself.
So let's talk Durkin, the Melanie Durkin retiring from Southwestern College.
I haven't
oh my
really
goodness.
announced that.
Okay,
so
no,
I have to be careful. But it makes me, it's not going to last forever. So I'm appreciative.
Your secretary was with you at Southwestern College?
For 17 years.
17 years.
Yeah, it was a long time.
And
so
59.
It was a big loss for all of us. And it just, those things happen, and it's tragic, and we're still grieving that loss, but it just makes you realize how lucky it is to get older and be around year after year after year, which I feel like I have been able to do.
Well, no doubt, and many times the loss of life, death brings that heightened gratitude. What would be one thing that you would say would be a highlight of your year, 2023?
Definitely, a highlight of my year would be Brady, our middle son. We graduated him, we celebrated him, we moved him to the East Coast. I didn't fall apart.
Yeah.
I miss him, but I'm fine. He's great, he's doing good, and I just feel content with him where he is. I love his college, High Point University. I'm a huge fan, and
shout out.
I know, shout out to High Point. And Brady's doing good, and that was just a big. It's huge. It's huge when your kids graduate from high school and move far away. It happens to people all the time, obviously every year. But when it's you going through it, it's a massive adjustment.
And between football games at Davidson, McKenna with lacrosse, you're traveling a lot.
Yep. But we actually haven't seen Brady.
You haven't seen Brady.
Brady has been
He's
so
buried.
busy. He's so buried. He's so busy with the fraternity and the friends in the school that we have traveled to the East Coast so many times in the past couple months, and no Brady.
So
Brady's not around.
So another question I have, and gratitude obviously is being very much right now present, which you are. And if you don't know, as I've mentioned before, Melanie not only is a professor at Southwestern College, but she also is a teacher of yoga. So she also is very present with her energy. What are you looking forward to most, not only in this holiday, but in 2024? I was sharing earlier on in the show how excited I am for 2024. Is there one thing, maybe two, that you're most excited for in 2024?
Well, I don't, you kind of got me on that. You are more of a planner, long-term planner.
You better believe
I kind of live more in the moment, and I'm looking forward to some of our vacations that we've discussed. We're starting to put those on the calendar. With McKenna being a sophomore, I'm just kind of trying to slow everything down, and I'm not rushing to the end of sophomore year. I'm just kind of enjoying it. We have soccer season is starting this week, and we have lacrosse season, and those are fun. It's fun to have your kids play high school sports, and I'm looking forward to both of those seasons. And I just honestly, I don't want it to go fast. I just want it to slow down and stay healthy and keep up my workouts.
Yep. Last question. Let's go back to the present. It is Thanksgiving week, and I know we've got a lot of good food that we're planning on. What do you?
I do plan that.
You do a great job with it, I gotta say. What are you most excited for on this Thanksgiving holiday this weekend? And is there one dish that you most love? Like, man, I really love to eat the turkey or the stuffing or the apple pie. Like, what is it you most love?
I love my homemade cranberry sauce. I love that. I actually make 2 different versions, a raspberry and then a citrus orange ginger. So good, Marcus. You would love that. And I love cooking it. It's fun. It's fun to prepare, and I'm on board. I'm getting organized. I'm buying the food. I'm getting my menu and my recipes. We don't have a big group, so I don't have.
So the $1 million question is, you always do a great job. No. How much do I help? Let's skip that question. But the dessert. Let's talk dessert. Because we always talk like all the healthy stuff, but it's Thanksgiving and we love to have some apple pie. Is there going to be hard sauce this year or not? Hard sauce is from my mom.
Yes.
Shout out.
Like
I was just talking about her.
Butter and powdered sugar.
It's butter and sugar. Nanny Durkin.
I know.
That's a shout out to Muffy Durkin on it.
Truth be told, I'm not a baker. I'm not a great baker. I don't put a lot of time and attention into the desserts. I don't. But we will. We will. I do love pie.
Yeah.
I will get you a pie. Or maybe I'll make a pie. I don't know. I probably will buy a pie. I'm
all right with that. And I got to brag on Melanie.
I don't bake.
I got to brag because she might not bake, but she is one heck of a cook, and she does an amazing job.
I can handle the main dish.
And as mentioned, you just heard, folks, before Melanie walked in here at the studio of how grateful I am of her. So I'm telling it to you.
Oh, well, thank
how
you.
grateful I am of you.
For you. I am grateful for your podcast. I'm a huge podcast listener, and it always makes me so proud to listen to your podcast. I just feel like this it's just a positive. Your podcast is just positive and just interesting, and it's one of my favorite podcasts. My favorite podcast, my number one. And me, I'm like every day.
Wow.
I listen to a few podcasts.
You do. You listen to a lot of podcasts. She is a podcaster without being a podcaster. She listens to a lot of podcasts on a lot of different levels.
It's just good in the background and good for my long drives.
No doubt. But thank you for stopping by and saying hello to everyone.
Yes.
And the big question is, I have, if you have any questions for Melanie this week, drop it. Drop it on social media because Melanie doesn't always love coming on the video or on the pod, but she listens and watches to all of it.
I have a handful of times.
You have this.
Fun.
You have been.
Yeah.
So if you have any questions, drop it. We'll get back to you on that. But I know you got to get back doing your thing, and thank you for swinging by.
Thank you for having me. That was fun. Bye.
Awesome. You know what? To have Melanie here and share those words, it's just special. It's special here as I shared you on point number 7. I shared Melanie, but I asked her to come in and just talk about what she's grateful for. I'll never take it for granted, our relationship. And as I shared just a couple episodes ago with my man Brett Klicka, who reminded us of the fragility of life as he lost his wife Lisa just over a year ago, what Melanie means to me and how important she is. So thank you, Melanie, for coming on in. The last one, number 8, when it comes to my gratitude, is my health and energy is back. It's back. I am feeling so good that I gotta say, it's been a heck of a few years, and I shared that in 301 through 306 here, but what a few years it's been. But I'm so grateful that I'm on the other side of this thing with my back and my health and getting all that under wraps, because y'all know when you don't have your health, it's all about getting one thing back, your health. And I always say he or she who has her health has Very good. 1,000 dreams he or she does not has one. And one of the things I have next to my home computer is a quote that's relevant, and it's all about if you understood the magnitude of the battle you're facing, you would understand the size of the blessing coming. All right, so think about that. If you understood the magnitude of the battle you're facing, you would understand the size of the blessing coming. And part of 2024, as I'm in reflection now and starting to kick into my GSD planner next few weeks moving forward, is whether you're in great health right now, whether you're battling right now, wherever you are right now, your health is everything, and I get that. And I've had episodes and months and even years where you're fighting like a dog to get your health back. And I got to share with you in gratitude just how grateful I am that the health and energy is coming back, and I'm 90% where I want to be. I'm never where I exactly want to be. But those are the 8 things that I'm most grateful for here on the Thanksgiving week of 2023. And I want to share that with you because point number 1 was all about gratitude. And point number 2 is all about greatness. Greatness. Gratitude and greatness. Why do I share greatness? Because as you think about what you're grateful for, greatness to me comes down to this. There's a quote that I have, and I love this quote. It says this: "Never underestimate the power of dreams and the influence of the human spirit. We are all the same in this notion. The potential for greatness lives within each of us." And that's from Wilma Rudolph, right? Let me repeat that so you get it. Never underestimate the power of dreams and the influence of the human spirit. We are all the same in this notion. The potential for greatness lives within each of us. So when you think of that, one of the reasons why I want to talk about greatness is because between now, this week, Thanksgiving week, and the end of the year, you're going to be hearing me talk a lot about greatness. I'm going to be tapping into your spirit, your soul of, hey, what's it going to be? What do you got to do and be to live your best year in 2024? And I know while it's early for you to be thinking 2024, we are about 6 weeks, a little less than 6 weeks away from that. And what I always say is this: if you fail the plan, you can plan to fail. If you fail the plan, you can plan to fail. And whether that be your training, your exercise, your health, your nutrition, your mindset, whatever aspect of the 10 forms of wealth that you're on, I want you to know this, is when it comes to greatness, please get some R&R this week, get some rest and relaxation, but know that starting next week and through December and the beginning of 2024, I want to fire you up for what's inside of you that in 2024 must come out. It's got to come out. I don't want it sitting there in the beginning of 2024 as you're hemming and hawing about all the things that you're thinking about doing. I'm going to share some of them with you in December. But really what it's about is what the heck are you going to do to make sure that you can be great? So here's my questions that I'm going to end today's show with. And if you want to stick around for some football talk, feel free to do that. But number 1, what and who are you most grateful for? Number 1 is what and who are you most grateful for? 2 is who else besides myself is excited for this holiday season that we're in, and of course 2024. Who else? Are you excited? If so, I want to know. Drop it, because when I say who else is excited for right now between Thanksgiving and New Year's and then going into 2024, it is going to be one heck of a holiday season. And then lastly, when it comes to this, number 3, it's a very early precedent for the God-Sized Dreams Planner coming up is, but what are you most excited for in 2024? Just marinate on that. Just literally marinate on that this week, next week, and the upcoming weeks. Like, what are you most excited for? What do you want to see come to fruition in the next few months and over the next year of, hey, TD, man, like, this is what I'm really excited for. And if my life is going to really go to the next level of what I'm hoping for personally or professionally, this is what I want to do. This is who I want to be. This is what I want to create. This is who I want to influence. This is who I want to impact. But that third question is, what are you most excited for in 2024? Now, why do I share that now? Because you're going to hear me saying that several times in the next few weeks. But I want you here in this week of Thanksgiving, this week of gratitude, to be grateful for the now. All of the things that have led up to this weekend today as you listen in. But as we move forward in the next 5-6 weeks, and as you start doing your GSD planner, and you start writing down, and let me tell you what, I've got I've got a lot of questions for you just in your annual strategic plan that's going to help you move forward with that. But I want to know, what is it that you're most excited for in 2024? And if you want to break it into personal and professional, please feel free to do so. But get the juices flowing this week. You cool with that? Simpatico? Awesome. Last thing I want to talk about is this. It's Thanksgiving week, and that means there's 6 F's. 6 F's. Yeah, there's 6 F's. There's faith, there's family, there's feasting, there's football, there's fitness, and there's friendship. That's a lot of F's. There's a lot of F's going on. Faith, family, feasting, football, fitness, and friendship. Which one would you like to talk about? I know, you're right. Let's talk about the fitness, or I want to talk about football today. But before I talk football, just so I can make sure that you are on point, and as your coach, I want to make sure you don't go off the tank this week. Number 1, work out on Thanksgiving morning. Ooh! Yeah, I said work out on Thanksgiving morning. You gotta burn the bird before that happens. And then on Friday, the day after Thanksgiving, that's the burn the bird workout. If you're in San Diego, you want to come to Fitness Quest 10, feel free. If you're not in San Diego, burn the bird. Matter of fact, you can post it. Burn the bird workout, TD. I got it in. Tag me so I can see you pre-burning or burning the bird this week. Make sure you get a lot of protein in this week. A lot of protein. It's going to satiate your appetite, so you're not going to go eat all those carbs. And remember, when it comes to your Thanksgiving day meals, you're going to eat a lot. Calories are going to be consumed. Just make sure you eat some of those vegetables and greens, and have some turkey, and have a little bit of dessert. Have a little dessert. Just go burn that bird when you're done. Number 4 or 5, I got 5 fitness tips. Get outside this week and mix it up somewhere else this week. Not always the same place. You don't have to be in the gym all day, but you can get outside. I talked to someone earlier this week, and he was sharing with me, man, it's getting cold back here on the East Coast. I know, it's a little frigid. Get outside, feel the elements. It's a good thing for you. And lastly, when it comes to the fitness side, take, 10 to 20 minutes. 10 to 20 minutes sometime this week, and get in some breath work, some meditation, and some gratitude work. 10 to 20 minutes, sit there after your workout and just soak it in and breathe, and make sure you get that gratitude work in. I promise you, when you do your breath work, you do your meditation, you do some gratitude work, it'll change the trajectory of your entire week. So get it in. And if you're like, hey Todd, man, I'm just not good at that. I understand. Let me know. I'll get you a meditation. I'll get you something you can spend even a few minutes where you can sit, be quiet, think, dream, and get ready to do. Last thing, football. Faith, family, feasting, football, fitness, and friendship. Let's talk football. And guess what? When it comes to football, I got to let you know. Some of my fondest memories when it comes to football and Thanksgiving was when I was in high school, back in New Jersey. We used to have a Thanksgiving Day game. Is that even a thing? Does anyone else have a Thanksgiving Day game? Please, if you have a Thanksgiving Day game, like I'm talking playing football on Thanksgiving, does anyone else around the country have that? Because if you do, I want to come. I want to show up. I don't know if it's in Michigan, Jersey, Texas. Does anyone else have Thanksgiving Day games? God, can we please bring that back if we don't? Because there was nothing like a 10 a.m. game. Mom's got the turkey in the oven by 8 a.m. The food's cooking. You're playing an early 10 or 11 a.m. game. The game is over 1:30. You go home after a good win over Brick Memorial. Sorry, Brick Memorial fans, but you beat your crosstown rival. You go home, you eat some good turkey, some whatever, your yams, your turnip, greens, and have some apple pie. Nothing better. But this week, whatever it is, I don't want to talk about Jim Harbaugh. I don't want to talk about Michigan football. I don't even want to talk about Jimbo Fisher and $75 million was his buyout contract at Texas A&M. I'm not even going to talk about my man Mike Elko, the head coach at Duke. I don't know, mark my word. I'm filming this the week before Thanksgiving. By that point, maybe Coach Elko, maybe he's going to get named the Texas A&M coach. I don't know, but I know this, is I'm a big Mike Elko fan from Duke. I got my man Dave Feely, the head strength and conditioning coach for football, who's got the Blue Devils on fire. So, I don't know, Texas A&M, I'm just saying, Coach Elko, pretty darn good choice. I'm not even going to talk about that, though, and why. Really want to talk about is all of the games coming up this week. We got 3 NFL games on Thursday. We got an NFL game on Friday. Black Friday, NFL? Yeah. But you know what? I'm going to give a special shout out to my man, Brett Rippon. Brett Rippon. Brett Rippon's been a client of mine for several years now, and he's now the quarterback of the Seattle Seahawks. Wait. You're like, I thought Brett Rippon was on the Los Angeles Rams. Yes, he was on the Rams. My friends, it's the crazy NFL. And Brett Rippon, he started for the Rams against the Bears on a Sunday, got released on Monday, picked up on Tuesday, and now he is with the Seattle Seahawks on that. Why do I share? You talk about mindset. You talk about what it takes, and I've trained Brett in the weight room consistently in all of his off seasons of what it takes. Here's a man, when you talk about a mind-right maniac, you talk about a man who's committed both on the field, off the field, doing everything that he needs to do to put himself in a situation. The day after the Bears versus the Rams game that he started and they lost, Rip was here at Fitness Quest and in San Diego training with me, and he said, TD, man, I don't know what's going to happen with my career, but all I can say is I did everything I could to put our team in a situation to win. I prepared the way I needed to prepare this week. I went out, I balled out. We came up on the short side of that, and I really feel good about how I prepared for this week. And next thing you know, the GM of the Seattle Seahawks calls him up, said, I watched the film. I love what you did, and I'm really wanting to sign you. Would you like to become a Seattle Seahawk? Why do I share with you? Because, my friends, when you do the work, sometimes you're going to come up on the short side, and maybe you're like, man, how did this happen? When you stay steadfast of keep preparing and doing what you can, and you keep moving forward, even sometimes despite setback in this Thanksgiving period, over the holidays, and you keep preparing, and you keep working your tail, you keep surrounding yourself with the right people, you keep listening to the right message, and you keep going. I want you to keep the dream alive for 2024. I'm not sure if you can feel me yet for 2024. It's a holiday week. I'm not getting too crazy this week, but it's a holiday week. But 2024, let me tell you what, you better get ready to turn your little bootstraps up, because when I talk about your best self, and I say, hey, it's going to take everything physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually for us to really turn it up here in 2024, it all starts this week. And it starts with you thinking about, man, what's it going to take for me upon reflection? Reflect this week of Thanksgiving week. If you listen on Thanksgiving week, if you don't listen on Thanksgiving week and it's after, fantastic. All of this is relevant content because you have to make sure you get your mellow yellow time and your time away to do that. So my friends, I want to say thank you. I want to say happy Thanksgiving week. And I want to make sure this is that whatever you do this week and coming into December and all of December, there's 3 things you got to do. You got to train hard. You must eat right. You gotta live inspired, and you go create impact. God bless you, and have an awesome Thanksgiving. Peace. Hey guys, so fired up for this time of the year, and one of the things I'm most fired up for is getting the opportunity to soon work on your God-sized dreams planner 2024. Your GSD Planner 2024 is packed, and for the last month I've been working my tail off to prepare it for you so that you can make sure that not only in December, but all of 2024, that you are fired up and ready to go. Number 1, it's going to help you be more successful. 2, it's going to allow you to do the deep work that's necessary to get to where you want to go. And 3, when I say get fired up, The GSD planner is not only going to hold you accountable, but you'll be more fired up than ever. Here's what's in your GSD Planner 2024 that you're soon going to want to work on. First and foremost, your annual strategic plan. Your annual strategic plan this year has 10, count them, 10 different sections, but 3 are mandatory. If you do the first 3 sections, I promise you, I guarantee you that your 2024 will be iconic. That's a time to reflect on the past year, creating your vision for what will be an iconic 2024, and creating your best life. Guys, we've got over 75 questions in just your annual strategic plan. Just 75. When you take a few hours between now as you listen to this episode and the beginning of 2024, let me tell you what, that alone is going to change the trajectory of your new year. But in addition to that, you're going to have your 10 forms of wealth, your 3 and 30, your WLAGs, and a weekly and daily calendar that will hold you accountable to all of the great things that 2024 will be. So my friends, get ready to pick up your God-Sized Dreams Planner 2024 real soon. It's coming now.